Hey guys, Cool here, and today I'm going to be ranking every Chaos Galaxy planet by how livable it is there, from I would literally die to oh yeah, I'd be thriving. Okay, starting off, probably the most obvious low one, Chaos. Now I don't know if you noticed about me, but I'm not really a big fan of lava. You know, I don't really feel like living in a volcano, so yeah, Chios, not gonna happen. Okay, only slightly above Chios, we have Sindel. You could argue Sindel's worse. You definitely could. It's covered in creatures that want to absolutely just murder you. The same is true for Chios. And however, it's slightly less hot. Though all the buildings are on fire, so pretty much you've just got to get the hell out there as soon as possible. Probably try and cross the bridge over to Sindian. That's probably your only way out. But at least there is a way out. Okay, next up we have Roka. Now, Roka is also a very non-survivable place most of the time. The planet is literally made out of these swirling storms which could just rip you limb from limb, unless you're completely evolutionarily designed to be able to survive them, then you're pretty much a goner. Except, as we've seen from the Chaos Galaxy lore, regular creatures like Transponge and Boggy Booger can survive by staying on one of the asteroids. So, if you're in the right place, you might be able to survive in the short term at least. Okay, moving on to the next tier, we have Pelisium. Now, don't get me wrong, I do really like this planet, but I wouldn't want to live there. There's hardly any land, and what there is like, ice. So sure, I could probably live with the Bubbos, but sitting in an igloo isn't the best quality of life when we have other planets out there. Okay, moving on to the next tier. These two might be a bit controversial with their orders here, but I'm going to say Sindian. Now, the reason this one isn't S tier is for the same reason that Sindel isn't in dead last. Sindian is probably one of the best places to live. Every creature there is helpful, and, well, unlike its counterpart, it's not constantly on fire. However, there is nothing but a bridge separating you from Sindel. So, if you get unlucky and Sindel invades, then you might get a Peltham arm right through the gut. Next up, we have Barrow. Now, Barrow is... I'd completely understand if somebody else put this as their number one, because it is the most developed planet, asterisk, in the Chaos Galaxy solar system. It's got like a massive city, tons of creatures, humongous ancient rockmans there, so it's not just like boulder dragons and stuff. However, the entire planet is a giant desert. I don't really need to explain any further. The last two are definitely very close, but I did end up putting them in different tiers just to make it a bit more clear where I kind of stand with this. So, number 2, we have Tekla. You could definitely make a very strong case for this being the best one, as I've said for the last few planets now. It's very technologically advanced, it's got the largest city other than the one on Barrow, and it has a slightly more temperate climate, so avoids the desert problems. However, it is run by some eccentric billionaire with a dragon that doesn't abide by the Justice Coalition's rules of engagement, as we've seen from the lore, just burning all the Sindel creatures instead of using the non-lethal methods which Humongous Ancient Rockman's forces did. Plus, like, are you seeing this? We've got 2 normal parts of the planet, and then this fiery, kind of dark red crimson one. What the hell happens there? I don't really want to know. I'm sure if I was on one of the other parts of the planet, I'd probably be fine, but that's a bit questionable. Now, finally, we have Chaos. Climate-wise, this is definitely the best for human habitation. It's got forests, jungles, whatever works best for you personally, ranging from temperate to tropical. It's also got those pretty cool floating islands. I think it'd be really cool to live on one of those. There's always a risk of falling off, but like, just don't, you know? And there is definitely still some danger here. This is the Chaos Galaxy after all. You know, if you wander a bit too far into the night jungle and suddenly Glah gets you. Anyway, that's all for today's video. Here's the tier list. Comment your own down below.